Hello students. So this is the second class I am going to take on arithmetic and geometric progression. In the first class already we have covered in detail what is arithmetic progression, what is geometric progression. In detail means the concept of arithmetic and geometric progression, and therefore what is common difference in arithmetic progression and what is common ratio in geometric progression. So I will advise you to look into that video first. For what the link is given in the description section below for this particular video. So look into that video and then you come to this particular video. So what we are going to cover today? We are going to cover today how to derive the middle or nth term of an arithmetic or geometric progression. So how to derive the formula and also the examples, right? Why you need the formula to understand, and then secondly some problems using these formulas for AP and GP. Okay, so let's start. So first I am going to show you how to derive nth term of arithmetic progression. So if the progression is given, it is not told whether it is arithmetic or geometric progression. First you need to understand whether it's an arithmetic or geometric progression. So you need to find out the common difference. If the common difference is the difference between every two consecutive terms, it is equal. That is the difference between the successor and predecessor, it is equal for all of the cases for given pattern, then it is an arithmetic progression. But if the successor and predecessor ratio is equal, not difference, then it's a geometric progression. That already I have explained in my first class, right? So now let's say there is a pattern given 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. You are asked to find out term 5, T5, and you are asked to find out term 6, T6. So fourth up to fourth term it is given. Now you need to find out first whether it's an AP or GP, right? Here I am already saying arithmetic progression. Let's say this line is not there. I have just given you the pattern. So you need to find out. So we can see the difference, the common, this is 4 minus 2 equals to 6 minus 4 equals to 8 minus 6 equals to 2. So that means this is the common difference. So difference between the successor and predecessor for all of the cases, it is 2. That means this is a common difference. That means it's an arithmetic progression. Now if you know what is the common difference, now T5, what is T5? T5 equals to its predecessor term is T4, T4 plus the common difference. So what is T4? T4 is 8. 8 plus common difference is 2. That means 10. That you know T5 equals to 10. T6 you know it should be the predecessor term T5 plus the common difference CD. So that means what is the T5? Already you have found out. It is 10. And what is the common difference? That is 2. That means 10 plus 2 equals to 12. But if I ask you to find out 20th term in this particular progression, will you do like this? No. So there is a specific formula. First I will tell you the formula and how you can find out the 20th term or any nth term from this particular formula. That I will show you, and then I will derive the formula. So T20 equals to, we cannot derive like this. So there is a formula for that. So what is the formula? Formula is nth term of any arithmetic progression T suffix n. It is called suffix. If you write down the letter like this, below the letter, like this, Tn, T suffix. Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 into d, where a is the first term of the AP, d equals to the common difference, n equals to number of terms, right? So now if you know a, n and d, that means you can find out the nth term. So for this particular pattern we can see that a equals to 2, d equals to 2, d equals to also 2, and I have asked you to find out 20th term, that means T20, n equals to 20. So how we will find out? A equals to 2, replace the value, A equals to 2 plus n equals to 20, that means 20 minus 1 into d, d means 2. So that is 2 plus 19 into 2 equals to 38 plus 2 equals to 40. So that is why you need this particular formula to find out nth term of arithmetic progression. Tn, t suffix n, nth term equals to a is the first term plus n minus 1 into d. Now I will show you how to derive this particular formula, how you get this formula, right? Now I am deriving this formula, Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 into d, right? So now you, let's say T1 for a given AP series where the first term is a and common difference equals to d. So now the first term is a, that means T1 equals to a, right? T2 second term, T2 equals to, what did I say? Successor equals to predecessor plus common difference. Because the difference between successor and predecessor, that is the common difference, that is equal all the cases, right? So T2 equals to T1 plus d, common difference, that is d, T1 plus d, that means a plus d. T3 equals to T2 plus d, that means a plus d, that means a plus 2d. T4 equals to T3 plus d, that means a plus 2d plus d, that means a plus 3d, right? T5 equals to T4 plus d equals to a plus 3d plus d, that means a plus 4d. Now if you continue like this, Tn, what will be Tn? Tn equals to, so see this series a, right? So now if I see a means I can write down a plus 0 into d, a plus 0, I can write down a equals to a plus 0 into d, right? So if you see the pattern, everywhere it is a, that means Tn, first we will write down a, plus we can see it starts with the multiplier of d, it starts with 0. Here it is 0 into d, here it is 1 into d, here it is 2 into d, 3 into d, 4 into. So it starts with 0. First term is 0. So what will be the nth term? That means if you consider, since it started from 0, that means the nth term will be n minus 1. If it starts from 1, then nth term should be n. But it starts from 0, therefore the nth term will be n minus 1. Tn is the nth term. So the only the varying part is the multiplier of d. So a is fixed everywhere. So I have write down write down a. D, here it is d. Only the multiplier of d, it starts from 0 for the first term. For the nth term, it will be n minus 1. So therefore the formula will be a plus n minus 1 into d. So this is the formula. Now you can also find out this formula in a different way. Let's say a plus 0 into d, you can write down. How we can write down? You can write down a plus 2 minus 1, 1 minus 1, sorry, a plus 1 minus 1 into d. This one, a plus d, a plus 2 minus 1 into d. This one is 1 minus 1. 0 means 1 minus 1, right? Next one is a plus 3 minus 1 into d. 2d means 3 minus 1 into d, right? Next, what you can write down? A plus 3d means 4 minus 1 into d. Then a plus 4d means a plus 5 minus 1 into d. And therefore, the nth term will be a plus, right, n. It started, t1 started from 1. Here it is, I have follow this expression now. 1, 2, first term is 1, second term 2, third term 3, fourth term 4, fifth term 5. That means nth term will be n. So, n. Then everywhere it is minus 1, right? Minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So, n minus 1 into d. So, you can also express in this way, right? So, whichever way you like, the first one is, I have not represented like this, started from 0, multiplier of d started from 0. So, for the nth term, it should be n minus 1. Everywhere, the rest of the cases, a, everywhere it is a, so it is a, and then it is d, n minus 1 into d. Or you can express like this, a plus n minus 1d. So, in that case, first value in t1 it is 1, so therefore the nth term will be n, right? So that's how you can deduce the formula how the nth term is a plus n minus 1 into d, right? Now I will explain you the same thing, nth term for geometric progression. So let's say there is a progression, it is 3, 6, 12, 24 and so on. Now, we can see whether this is an AP and GP or GP. 6 minus 3 is 3, but 12 minus 6 is 6. So, that means the difference is not equal. That means it's not arithmetic progression. But if you take the ratio of successor and predecessor, that is 6 by 3 equals to 12 by 6 equals to 24 by 12 equals to 2. That means the ratio of every two consecutive term or the ratio of successor and predecessor, it is equal to, and that is the value is 2. So that means this is called, this is a GP, geometric progression, and this is called this ratio, common ratio. This is CR, common ratio. Now if you are asked to find out the fifth term here, you can easily find out, because T5 equals to, that will be T5. That means everywhere the ratio is same. That means T5 will be multiplying T4 into common ratio, because T5 by T4, that is the formula. Successor fifth term divided by fourth term, that is equals to common ratio, that is equals to 2. That means every successor term will be multiplied by common ratio with the predecessor. So T5 will be equal to 2 into T4. Successor will be multiplied, successor equals to predecessor into common ratio, right? So now common ratio equals to 2. Now if I ask you to find out T5, you can easily find out, that is T5 equals to T4 into CR. T4, what is T4? 24. Because this is the fourth term, first, second, third, fourth. And what is the common ratio? That is equals to 2. Already we have found out. This is 2. So T5, T4, 24 into 2, that is 48. That you can find out easily. That you can find out easily. This is 48. If I ask you to find out the sixth term, that also you can find out, because you know the fifth term, right? So T6 will be T5 into 2, that is equals to 48 into 2 equals to 96. But that you can do manually. If I ask you to, which you can do manually for first few terms, right? But if I ask you to find out, let's say the 10th term, let's say, will you do like this? No. So there is a specific formula for that. What is that? Nth term of a GP series is Tn equals to a r to the power n minus 1, where a is the first term, a first term, R is the common ratio and N is number of terms. Now, if I ask you to find out the 10th term, how you will do it? T10 equals to A equals to, what is A? The value of A from this particular, now I am following this particular pattern. So, what is the value of A? Value of A is 3. What is the value of R? That we have already found out, that is 2. So, this is 2. N, number of terms, I am asking you to find out 10th term. So, N equals to here 10. Now, if I see T10 equals to, how you will write it? Just find out the formula. This is the formula. Tn equals to A r to the power n minus 1. This is the formula to find out the nth term of a GP. Right? So, T10, n equals to 10. Therefore, T10 equals to A means, so T10 equals to A r to the power n minus 1. If I say, so A equals to here 3 and R is 2. 3 into 2 to the power 10 minus 1. That means 3 into 2 to the power 9. Right? So, find out the value of 2 to the power 9 and then accordingly do it. 2 to the power, so what is the value of 2 to the power 9? Then that you need to find out. Right? 3 into 2 cube is 8. 2 to the power 9 means 2 cube. That means 3 into 8 cube. So, 8 is a 64. 64 into 8, that is 512. That means 3 into 512, 3 to the 6, 1536. So, T10 is 1536. Okay. So, that is the utility of formula to find out the nth term of AP or GP, arithmetic progression or geometric progression. And now I will show you how similarly, like how to derive the formula of nth term of arithmetic progression, the same thing, almost similar term, I will do it for GP also. Let's say now the first term is A. So, T1 equals to A. Right? That means there is no common ratio. So, I can write it down A r to the power 0. Anything to the power 0 equals to 1. T2 equals to the predecessor into common ratio, that means AR. That means A r to the power 1. T3 equals to A T2 into R. T3 equals to T2 into R. That means A into AR into R. That means AR square. T4 equals to T3 into R. That means AR cube. So, what will be the nth term? Tn equals to, we can see everywhere starting from T1, it is A. Everywhere it is A. So, Tn also it will be A. There is no change. But the power of R, the exponent of R, that is changing. For the first term it is 0. That means similarly for the nth term, what will be the value? N minus 1. Right? So, that is how you can deduce the formula Tn equals to A r to the power n minus 1. Similarly, it's almost similar way for arithmetic progression formula, how we derive the formula, right? Or you can express like this, the way I have shown you two different ways. Here you can do like this, A r to the power 1 minus 1, A r to the power 2 minus 1 everywhere. A r to the power 0 means A r to the power 1 minus 1. A r means A r to the power 2 minus 1. A r square means A r to the power 3 minus 1. A r cube means A r to the power 4 minus 1, and so on. So will be everywhere it is S. So A started with r to the power 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how it is changing. So nth term will be, for the first term it is 1. So nth term it will be n, and everywhere minus 1. So it is A r to the power n. Both the, I mean, any of the way, whichever you like, you can represent like this. But that is how the formula actually comes, right? So it is A r to the power n minus 1, right? So this is how you need to derive the formula, and then already I have shown you why you need the formula. Right, now I will come with few of the examples. Let's say there is a simple example. Which term of a pattern is given 1, 4, 7, 10 and so on, ongoing will be 52. Which term of this series or this pattern will be 52? Now what did I say? I said first you find out whether it's an AP or GP. So you can see 4 minus 1, 3, 7 minus 4, 3, 10 minus 7, 3. That means everywhere the successor minus predecessor, the difference between two consecutive terms, it is equal. That means it is arithmetic progression, common difference. So the first term is A equals to 1. This is the first term. Let's say first term, assume first term equals to A equals to 1. D equals to, that is the common difference, CD equals to D equals to 4 minus 1 equals to 7 minus 4 and so on equals to 3. Now which term will be 52? Now I have already told you what is the formula to find out the nth term. Formula is Tn equals to A plus, so if it is an AP, arithmetic progression, what is the formula? Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. Here what it is given already? The A is given, A is 1. D is given, 3. Tn, 52. That is given. Now you need to find out what is n. What is n? What is the value of n? How will do it? 52 equals to 1, A is 1 plus n minus 1 into D value is 3. That means I can write down, like this, 52 or 52 equals to 1 plus 3n minus 3, or we can write down 3n equals to 52 minus 1 plus 3, that is 54. Therefore n equals to 54 by 3 equals to 18. So 18th term will be 52. That is the use of the formula. So what did I say? For any, not necessarily always it will be asked whether it's a arithmetic progression or geometric progression. It is your task to identify whether, first of all, deduce whether it's an arithmetic progression or geometric progression. Then you utilize the formula accordingly, right? This is the second example of arithmetic progression. An AP consists of 60 terms. If the first and last terms are 7 and 125 respectively, first term is 7, last term is 125, then find the 31st term. So we know Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. That is the nth term of an AP, right? So 31st, you need to find out T31, 31st term, T31. So what are the things you need to know? You need to know A, N and D values, right? but here it is not given directly a, n and d values. What it is told, the first term, that is it is told a, so that means a equals to given, a value is given. What is the value of a? Here T31 you need to find out. A equals to given, that is 7, that is the first term is 7. And the last terms means what is the term? 60th term, because you have AP, in this AP you have 60 terms, last term is 125, that means T60 equals to 125. T60 equals to 125. That means what you can say, the equation you can write down from here, T60 equals to 125, and what is T60? It is A plus 60 minus 1 into D. A value is already given, A equals to 7, that means 7 plus 59D. So 7 plus 59D, what is the value of T60? T60 is 125, that means the equation is given. 125, T60, 125 equals to, the formula of T60, the value will be A plus n minus 1, the 60th term, A plus 60 minus 1 into D, that means 7, A value is 7, 7 plus 59D equals to 125. That means 59D equals to 125 minus 7, that is 118. That means D equals to 118 by 59, that is equals to 2. So the D value is 2. D equals to common difference, now you know. So what is the 31st term? 31st term will be T31 equals to, A value is 7 plus 31st, that means n equals to 31. So 31 minus 1 into D equals to 2. That means 7 plus 30 into 2 equals to 67. So 31st term will be 67. So somehow that you need to apply your common sense. But this is, the formula is A plus n minus 100. In different ways the problem can be given. Okay, third example. What I was telling you. If A and D is not given, maybe you need, the condition is given in such a way that there are two equations are given, you need to derive the value of A and D, and then therefore you can find out the arithmetic progression also. So if third and fifth term of an AP is 5 and 7 respectively, then find the 70th term. It's an AP, first of all AP. That means the third and fifth term is given, but A and D value is not given. That means there are two equations given. Third term T3 equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. So so formula we are utilizing here, it is A plus n Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. Now third term is T3 equals to, where A is the first term and n is the number of terms, D is the common difference. So A plus 3 minus 1 into D, that means equals to, right? So what is the value of T3? T3 equals to 5. So A plus 2D equals to 5. This is equation number 1. Another equation will be T5 equals to A plus 5 minus 1 into D equals to, what is the fifth term? That is 7. That means A plus 6D equals to 7. This is equation number 2. Now you have two equations and two variables. So you can find out easily the D value and A value from here, and you can find out the 70th term. So how will convey? So if I do 2 minus equation 2 minus 1 equals to A, it will be A plus 6D minus A minus 2D equals to 7 minus 5. equals to 2. So A it is cancelled. So 4D equals to 2. Sorry, it is A4D, not 5 minus 1, it is 4. So it will be 4. It will be therefore 2. 2D equals to 2. So therefore D equals to 1. If D equals to 1, you just find out the value of A. So from A plus 2D, equation 1, from equation 1, A plus 2D equals to 5. Therefore, A equals to 5 minus 2D equals to 5 minus 2 equals to, D value is 1. So 5 minus 2, that is 3. So the value of A and D, now we know what is the value of A and D. Value of A we have found out, it is 3. A equals to 3. Value of D we found out 1. Value of D equals to 1. Now you need to determine 17th term. So n equals to 17. Now easily you can find out the Tn. Tn equals to T17 equals to A means 3 plus 17 minus 1 into D. D means 1. That means 3 plus 16 equals to 19. So T 17th term will be 19. So if you the series will be like this, starting with 3. So the series will be like this. 3, difference is 1, 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 19th term will be 19 minus 2 because we have started from 3. So it will be 19. Right. So in any case, you need to utilize this formula in different ways. The problems could be given. Right. Now I will give you another example only for GP. Okay. Fourth problem. Now it's a GP. Find the GP, geometric progression, with 4th term 54 and 7th term 15458. Just like the previous example, only the formula is different. Just like the previous example, right? The terms are given. You need to find out the progression, right? So for GP, the nth term, what is the formula? Formula is Tn equals to A r to the power n minus 1. So here 4th term is given, that means T4 equals to A r to the power 4 minus 1 equals to A r cube equals to, what is the 4th term? 54. So A r cube equals to 54. This is condition 1. T7, 7th term, that is A r to the power 7 minus 1, that is A r to the power 6, that is equals to, 7th term is 1458. 1458. This is second condition, right? Now you need to find out from these two equations the value of A and R. Not a problem at all. Just what you can do, 2 divided by 1. You do it. That means AR to the power 6 divided by AR cube equals to 1458 divided by 54 equals to 54. If you divide this one, what will be the value? 54 to the 108, so 2, so 108, 378 into, it will be 27, value will be 27. That means AR to the power 6 by AR cube, that means A cancel, that means R cube equals to 27. Therefore R equals to 3. So now you know what is the value of R. and then you can easily find out what is the value of a also, right? R equals to 3, you found out, right? Then what is the value of a? Because a r cube from equation 1, a into r cube equals to 54. That means a equals to 54 by r cube equals to 54 by 3 cube. R is 3, that means 54 by 27 equals to 2. So starts with a. So what is the series? Series is, first is a. The GP series is, first term is a, 2. Second term is, if you know the R value, right? Second term is always successor equals to predecessor into common ratio. So 2 into 3, 6. Third one is 6 into 3, 18. Next one is 18 into 3, 54. So you can find out easily. Fourth term 54. Seventh term also you can go like this, 54 into 3. So this will be, what will be the value? 162, and that's how. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's how you will find out definitely the seventh term also. Okay, so this is how the formula you need to utilize both for AP and GP. And also I have shown you how the formula actually has been derived. Okay, so I hope this session is clear, how to find out the nth term or middle term of an AP and GP, and how to utilize the formula, why the formula it is needed, right? So if you like this video, then definitely click on the like button, and if you would like to have this kind of video again and again, please subscribe my channel. I'm sure if you follow all the AP and GP series, all the videos of for my channel, your 100% it will be clear. Okay, thank you very much.